G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to be doing an Apex Legends heirloom tier list. Now I'm sure you guys understand how a tier list works. Obviously S being the top tier heirlooms and D tier being the worst heirlooms in the game. At least in my opinion anyway. We're going to be looking at all the heirlooms today, including Ash's heirloom, which released today as a recording of this stream. And we're also going to be doing Race heirloom recolor, which released earlier in the season. I think we'll start with the new heirloom. Obviously Ash's heirloom just released with this event, the Sun Squad Collection event. Pretty hyped up. I think a little bit people were surprised that Ash got her heirloom before someone like Horizon or Fuse. This may be a bit of a controversial opinion to say, but I am not a huge fan of Ash's heirloom. I feel like they could have done something a little bit more for her. I think it was a little bit, I don't want to say lazy, but one thing that I don't like about Ash's heirloom is the fact that the blades on the nunchucks are a carbon copy of the blade they use for Octane's heirloom. I swear they just grabbed that asset and put it onto the Ash heirloom. It's my opinion, of course, so, you know, you guys may have differing opinions and that's completely fine. But unfortunately, I just feel like the Ash heirloom could have been a lot better. So for me, at this stage, it may grow on me, but for now, I think, honestly, Ash's heirloom is D tier. I don't like it at all. The animations, I think, are okay. Other than the rat one, which I think is cool, the rest of them, I'm not paying $160 for a rat animation, I'm sorry. Next up, we get to the Wraith heirloom recolor. I don't like the idea of heirloom recolors at all. Yes, they added a new emote and a new banner frame for it. I'm not going to justify an heirloom recolor coming to the game. I'm putting that in D tier as well. I don't think any sort of recolor is worth $160. I know you get a bunch of skins, but they were all recolors as well. I don't like that. Next we get up to the Seer heirloom released in Season 15. I quite like Seer's heirloom. It's a little bit difficult to say. I've seen some of the animations. I think they're pretty cool. Don't really have much to say about the Seer heirloom, to be honest. I think it's just a middle of the range B tier heirloom, to be honest. I think he would have been better for nunchucks, to be honest. Seer to get nunchucks, except they gave him these dual-wielding blades, if you could say that. Next up, we get to Loba. Now, Loba's heirloom, when I first saw it, I was a little bit disappointed on the fact that it's just a fan that's white. I think they could have done a little bit more of a design on the white part of the fan. The claws on it look pretty cool. One thing about this heirloom that I do like, which pushes it up a tier for me, is the animations. The animations on Seer's Loba's heirloom is awesome. The Revenant one, which he holds the skull and then cuts the head, I think that's sick. She's got a few other animations as well. That's probably my favourite of the animations that Loba has. I'm going to put it in B as well. Just middle of the road for me. Probably would have been C tier without the animations, but I feel like the animations push it up a bit more. Next up, we get to Valkyrie. I really do like Valkyrie's heirloom. The one problem I do have with it is it takes up a lot of the screen. I wish it was held a little bit differently, because it covers up a lot of the screen when you're running around with it. The animations are awesome though. They've got the Noodles animation, which is probably one of my favourites for any heirloom in the game. She's also got the pilot's helmet for Viper, her father. But yeah, I do like Valkyrie's heirloom quite a lot. Like the colour scheme that it has, fits well with her default skin as well, which is good. I think that's a good thing about the heirlooms. They got to fit the default skin as well as others ones. I'm going to put it in A tier, Valkyrie's heirloom. I do rate it as quite a highly sought after heirloom in the game. But guys, before we go any further in today's video, I'm super excited to announce today's sponsor, Aura. Now, Aura is a digital security company who pride themselves on all-in protection for your finances, identity, and tech. The fact is that everyone in this day and age is accessible, but people continue not to adequately protect themselves. Every year, 15 million Americans become victims to identity theft, and 33% of US citizens have experienced identity theft sometime in their lives. I mean, you could even do a Google search right now of some personal information or someone you know, and chances are you'll find out that there's a lot of information out there that you may not want other people to see. Now, this is because of data brokers who profit from selling your personal information, but with Aura, there is no need to stress, as not only will Aura identify these data brokers, but will automatically submit opt-out requests on your behalf. So you can just sit back, relax, and play your favourite games. But cybersecurity in this day and age as well is an absolute necessity for not only yourself, but also you need to think about your family's cybersecurity. Now, unlike some competitors in the field, Aura's pricing is absolutely awesome with an average savings of 63% on their family plan. And today Aura have a treat for everyone here, as they are offering a 14-day free trial for all you guys to try out all their amazing features that Aura has to offer. So make sure to check out my personalized link in the description and pinned comment, which is aura.com/DYLIEDOG to start your 14-day free trial today. And thanks again for Aura for sponsoring today's video, but now let's get back into it. Next up, we get in Season 12, we got the Crypto's heirloom. I really like a lot of the animations for Crypto's heirloom. The Crypto heirloom design itself is awesome. Fits his default skin very well. Animations are sick. Draw animations are sick. I don't think there's anything I could say badly about Crypto's Heirloom. I'm going to put that one in S tier. First S tier heirloom for me. I do like how it almost folds out as well. I think that just makes for a really cool heirloom as well. I can't say anything bad about the Crypto Heirloom. I think it's sick. After that, we get into Season 11. We had Watson's Heirloom. This was probably one of the most controversial ones to see leaked because everyone was saying it looks like a barcode scanner. And I think she uses it to scan for Nessies around maps. I'm pretty sure that's what it's for lore-wise. So I do like that they connected it to the lore. The animations are pretty cool for Watson's Heirloom. I do think it's a little bit too far out of the box, if I could say that. So I'm not going to put it in A tier. I'll probably put it in B tier for Watson's Heirloom. I do like a lot of the animations. The one when she cuddles, she grabs out the Nessie doll and then cuddles it. That's one of the coolest heirlooms. One of the coolest heirloom animations I've seen in the game. So after that, we get to Rampart. Now, I know when I make a heirloom tier list video, a lot of people get angry for me not liking the Rampart heirloom. A reason why I like, let's say, a Watson heirloom over a Rampart heirloom is the fact that they didn't really look outside the box. I don't know. It's just I don't really like Rampart's heirloom per se, but I do like a few of the animations. The Gumball one is really cool, and they also have a secret door smashing animation. I'm going to put Ramparts in C for now. I just like the B tier heirlooms a little bit more than Ramparts. Now we get to Season 9's heirloom, which was Revenant's. I don't see many people talking badly about Revenant's heirloom. I could probably say that it needs a few more animations, but other than that, I think the look of it is awesome. Probably the best designed heirloom of the game. It fits his character so perfectly. I don't think I have to talk much about Revenant's heirloom. I think it's S tier. I always put it S tier because it's probably my favourite heirloom that Apex has ever released. Now we get to Season 8's heirloom, which was Bangalore's. Again, like Ramparts, I don't really like the fact that it's just a knife. I feel like they could have gone a little bit more out of the box with Bangalore. I do like, though, how we did see in a story from the Outlands trailer that they did link the heirloom to lore. And I do like how they are linking a lot more heirlooms to lore than just giving them a run-of-the-mill $160 melee weapon. At least bring some sort of history towards it. I probably actually rate it a little bit more now that I've recently gone back and looked through like Story from the Outlands trailers when I've been doing a few videos or whatever. And I do like the Bangalore heirloom a little bit more now. I wouldn't rank it any higher than B because I just don't think there's any more animations or anything that I could really is noteworthy. I think in A and S it needs to have something that jumps out to me, whether it be the design or the animations, and that's why I'm going to put it in B. Now we get up to Gibraltar's Heirloom. Season 7 it dropped. I do like a lot of the animations with Gibraltar's Heirloom, especially with the fact that when you change your skin, he has a certain animation that will change every single time with his gun shield. He'll turn it around and look at it, and it will change depending on the skin. I think that looks awesome. My problem with Gibraltar's Heirloom is the fact that he is such a big guy, and he has such a small, almost wimpy looking heirloom. I feel like they could have given him something a lot bigger. And for me, I'm going to chuck it in B tier because I think it does have some cool animations. Although the design, while looking pretty cool, I wish it was something a little bit bigger for him because he's such a big guy. He's the biggest guy in the game. He's got the big personality, and they gave him some wimpy little mallet. I think they could have done something a little bit more for him. Now we get to Caustic's Heirloom. I always say this when I do my tier list videos. I always am a bit biased when it comes to a Caustic Heirloom because I'm such a Caustic main. Got it when it came out, and I did like it when I first saw it. I like Caustic's Heirloom. I love the animations with it. Yeah, when he comes out, grabs his coffee mug and drinks out of it, I think that looks sick. Recently, I've been liking a lot more of the draw animations as well when he gets the rare ones and the spiders on it. He gives you a little jump scare and stuff, whatever. I love that on Caustic's Heirloom. I'm going to put it in A tier just because... I don't think I do like Revenant and Crypto's heirlooms a little bit more. Next up, we get to Mirage's Heirloom. Mirage is this is probably one of the legend heirlooms that matches the character the most because he's such a arrogant guy, Mirage. But I think it's cool. I like the arrogance of Mirage. I think he needs that sort of character in the game. I do like Mirage's Heirloom. I just don't know why they... it's not really a weapon per se, it's a trophy. I can't put it higher than B for me. I just think it's middle of the range heirloom. Up next, we get to Octane's Butterfly Knife. This is one of my favourite animations on terms of design. This is why I think it's a little bit disappointing that Apex just flat out almost stole the blade of Octane's Heirloom and put it on Ash's. Octane's Heirloom is probably one of my favourites, to be honest. The animations, there aren't a lot of them, but I think that's just something you have to not really consider when you get to when you go to the earlier heirlooms. But they didn't really start adding more animations till like season 5 and 6. They do have some cool animations with the Octane Heirloom, and I do like how he holds it. It's like up in the air and he runs around with it. I like Octane's Heirloom. It goes S tier. I think it's one of the better, probably one of the best early season heirlooms. Up next, we get to Lifeline. I've always said this, I don't really like the fact that it's just sticks. I know they're drumsticks, I know they're electrified, but just for me, I feel like it's a little bit disappointing that they are just sticks. However, I am going to put it a little bit higher because when I've seen it in game, it does look quite cool. I feel like when they give it a recolor, the animations will look a lot better, but for now, I'm going to put it in C tier. Lifeline's Heirloom, I just wish I had some more animations, to be honest. After that, we get to Pathfinder. It's grown on me a little bit, but on the other hand, it's one of the few heirlooms that isn't a weapon. It's just gloves. They've painted his hands, and I think it fits him very well. So that's why I will give a little bit of props to Pathfinder Heirloom, to the Pathfinder Heirloom, because it fits him so well. It fits in the lore as well, and there's so many things that could go for the Pathfinder Heirloom. There's a couple of the animation when he punches the Bloodhound's Raven is an awesome animation. For me though, like I said, it's the only heirloom in the game that is not a weapon. It is painting his hands, essentially. I'm going to put it in B tier because I feel like it does have some more animations that give it a little bit more. I think it's a little bit more value for the fact that they have a little bit more animations. It does look quite nice and it fits into the lore nicely. Up to Bloodhound. I do like Bloodhound's Heirloom. The problem is, because now that Race Heirloom got a massive update now with the recolor, I feel like it's really lacking on animations. On the design, I do like Bloodhound's Heirloom. But at this stage, I think it's hard to rank Bloodhound's Heirloom now because all the other heirlooms do have some sort of animations that give it a little bit more value. Give it an A because the design itself, and really back then that was what you were going for, the design, is probably one of the better designs of an heirloom in the game. It fits Bloodhound so well. The color scheme of it, the little red effect on the blade of it looks really cool. We've got the little Raven on the back of it, which I do like. And finally, we get to Race Heirloom. Obviously, this season with the recolor coming out, they updated all the animations for the normal heirloom. And I think now with Race Heirloom, I always thought it was a really good on design. I loved it. I always say it's about S to A tier. But now with the animations, I think it's one of the best heirlooms in the game. The animations that they added for the Wraith Heirloom are all really cool. My favourite one's probably when she writes the W with her kunai knife. I think that's probably the best one. I've always liked how she runs with it and she flicks it in her hand. So yeah, guys, that is my Apex Legends Season 16 tier list. As we've got in D tier for me, we've got the ASH Heirloom and we've got Race Heirloom Recolor. I can't stand the Heirloom Recolors. In C tier, we had Ramparts and Lifelines. In B tier, we had Sears, Loba, Watson, Bangalore, Gibraltar, Mirage, and Pathfinder. Sorry, I can't really see. This is quite small on my page. In A tier, we had Valkyrie, Caustic, and Bloodhound. And in S tier, my favourite heirlooms are Crypto, Revenant, Octane, and Wraith. So guys, make sure to let me know down below in the comment section what your favourite heirloom is. If you think this tier list is correct, or make sure to let me know down below what you would change. But yeah, that's my heirloom tier list for Season 16. Now, as always, guys, I just have to give a massive shout out to my channel members. And if you guys would like early access to videos on this channel and my reaction channel, then click the link below.